Yeda a Japa efutu edi si ho ema wade the family. And ye start ye nyina won say ye discussion ni nyina na ekọ family. And sesi ye ba ye nchire no niema bi wo ho a sa wonti ase a wontimi nya o wontimi. Enti empese emfa so bombo bi a ye hu say ye nyina say ye hu nyame adwene a niema ni bi ebesesa e de amaye. We welcome all our viewers and our listeners to the second segment of this program. Fridays are set apart on this platform for marriage teachings. We just don't talk about marriages, we teach. Because we've realized that that is where the solution is. For those of you who have been following us, we have spent such a long time talking about single life transitioning into marriage. Because that is where either you get it right or you get it wrong. And so we have spent such a long time and we are gradually getting to the end. Then we enter into marriage proper. Where we are now is courtship. And today we are at the tail end of that one too. That is when two of us have met and we are still looking at ourselves, praying that if God wills, we will marry. It is still not marriage. It is not. So for those of you who have listened to us these past 3 weeks, we said it is a time, especially when the man and the woman or the lady and the gentleman in question want to glorify God in their marriages. This is a time they are still looking unto God to lead, to direct, to guide. So they have not arrived. We try to let us understand the difference between dating and courtship. The moment it ends at a date, then it means there's no intention of any future together. It's just fun for the present. It is what we eat, what we drink, what brings us pleasure, what makes us happy for the time. Mainly, the men bear the cost of the bill. And since there are no free lunches anywhere, after all these dates and dinners and lunches, it ends up elsewhere. And that is why fornication is so rife in mere dating. But when the intention is marriage, and we are Christians who have submitted our lives to God and to the leading of His word, even at this stage, the command still rings loud: flee fornication. So this is not we have not arrived at where we will do that, you know. So today we are going to things to avoid. Things to avoid during this time of dating. Please, there are certain potholes we must look out for and make sure that we don't become victims. And that should not even be the reason why you are going into that marriage, you know, because every marriage must be aimed to stay to the end. But when it's not premised on the right factor, it will end in mile 1, 2, or 3. The first thing to avoid is unnecessary promises. Unnecessary. Don't go saying what you don't know, you don't have, cannot do, just so that you can win the gentleman's heart or you can win the lady's heart. You know that what you are saying is simply not correct. You know you don't have the capacity, you don't have the ability. It's just a bait to steal the fellow's heart. It will bounce back right in the marriage. So don't make promises. Don't tell the lady, if I marry you, I will build you a house. I will take you to school and I will make sure that I pay your school fees up to tertiary. Don't tell you I'm going to get a store and I'm going to establish you and I'm going to do A, B, C, D. When you know of a truth that you want or you can't, don't. Because that is the reason why the fellow is marrying you. And if he enters and it doesn't work, it takes only those who fear the Lord to stay. Most will run out. And then that marriage will be called divorced. Don't set your marriage up to fail with promises that cannot be fulfilled any day, any time. Take note of this. These are things to avoid. And as someone you did see him, ye gusua ye ni ye mama ni ye mama ya afei eno mo ya wura wade mu no emire yi na ye mmire a chen bibia o emire yi na ye fi ye ni efi ye hwene nyina efi yakoma efi ye bibia efi se ye mpese ye nyamfomso bia ye bekwa akotena mu a Yesu se mi hu yanka. Last week mo amutie ye no ye ma munya nsunsunye ewo niema mienu a ekoso ewo ebamu no yim. Ebi wo ho se na mi befa wa pie asimesi ni mi kodidi asimesi ni mi ni kowe. Ebi wo ho eho a na eso enko ba bia aware asem bia ni. Ai enti aduane a wo pese wo kodi no obeto ama wadi. Sini a wo pese wo hwe no de wo bekọ enigi abam. Na sanse woni ni nya wo nua onye wo papa banti no esese wo tuya ka because there are no free lunches. Eho na dwamambo no hihye mu. Na say yes courtship ye tu ya boa ye ka ho asem no. Enu titru Christopher a yesuro nyame ye pese nyame endi hene. Ewo mu bere mu no o ma wadie mu no. Omo asem na ye ka no eho no onimu se ewom se medemanu atu asimesisi se anka nyame ya duma me ne be ware no yegusu a ye hwe nyame ani yegusu efise last week wuti ya me ka kire mu se courtship no enye se ye hye ase a na ewi aware o enye basa e automatically landing in marriage no yetimi abra ye hwehwe e ho no bibi timi si nyame timi bie ye niam ye hu bibi nti ye toa so enye ye ye betimi adi esi ho a na ya da nyame ase efisa nka ye toa so a ebie na nka dia waregye ya ba ade a nyame si ochi enti sa courtship yi a ye ka ho asem no eye mmere ye di esi ho eye mmere ye de gusu a ye hwe ye hu ye ewo mmere a yankase ye nhwehwemu ehu na ye gusu a ye bompaye mpaye mu a eye mpaye a emu odene se Awurade brem mimpese menya mfamsuo mimpese mimfa mipe de ye owuo wodi na ye nkwa Awurade wodi no ne wo wa hihya ma me ambode fiti ase no. What you have planned and purposed, Awurade eno na manembra makwam eyempai boni otwen emre enti me se niema bi wo ho abra ye twen se ye nyame pe na nyame de yembe wura mu no niema bi wo ho esese ye nhwe ye eno ne se wode wano ehye bo a onim se entimi ndim wa wontimi nde so enti enhyehyehye bo by heart e was amire yim obi wo ho ebo no a wo hye ye nti na ma ne pene so ware won afie wo abedura ware no mu a e wahi ade a wo se wo be ye no e wahi baby a wo se wo de ne beto no e wahi afe oti ho no su because wa twantro e na wo de ne betena sa afidua no oyo obi onsuro nyame a sa ware no ade anche so because e wo ne oti ye nti a oba ware mu enti so obeduru ho na nya ade a wa ye ready se wo be ya amanoa ene ya wadada no ade a nyame se ochia ya waregye no eya ebesi nso enti ade a wontimi nya mfa wano nkoka ka kiram se me ware wa me toka ma wan kasa no eya mani bi nso ya mfi yani ono wo kasa emotokura abobo ya kra onibi obe ware wa akotoka no okofa no wa hinanso ye gidi ema Ya so ye hene. Enti onya kape ye gidi. Mema ni bi wo ho oba no na pe wa ware. Enti obeka kire wo se one ne papa aka ne papa se wo ware wi a obeji scholarship ama wakwa brochire wo papa se ye ware wi a obema ye ndan yi ye papa se obeye bibia ye papa mi papa se ya wan hwe ye kura ne papa nka hwe o ware wi na niama wo se wo papa se mu ware wie obeye wo kunu no wo twen na won hunu hwe won ti hwe a wo abetene na ono oba bi na apie afi na wo be ha wani asama wo kan ye no ebo a wo hye no won hunu hu enti wonim se wo ye trofo, you took him for granted. Enti yan hwe ne ye fa me se ne me sete, just take me as I am. Minie. Enti peme, just like me, my person. Say ware na nyame be hira so a kakra me won say nyame ebeto nsu aguso ma yetimi akoyanim a emfa wanu nka ochina sam because wunnim ochina. You don't know tomorrow. So let's take note. Unnecessary promises. Shanenso emfa wanu enkonko shebo ebo a wuntimi ndi so. Obi ohanyasa sika no kro ni bio anko betimi aye. But from the word go here on shebo no kra no onim se ono no onye. Sa kwa nwa no onim se obenam so anya wunti na okan ye onu ankasa no sika no wo hon so onye. Oka ne nyina no onye. Wo kasa no a emagidie anka owo wo mu a ede ne ba ware no mu no eyira kura eyira na gidie eni aware mu a ne aka ne nyina is a hollow shell and mean true enko ba bia. Let's take note. The next thing is financial inducement. As we court, you cannot buy love. Let's take note of this. It's a question of the heart. Take me as I am. Haven't you seen people falling in love with the poor? There's nothing at all in the house, but he just loves her person, not the resources that her family has or she herself. It's just her person. Don't induce financial inducement. Everything from morning, you are bringing lunch, you are bringing dinner, you are buying this, you are buying this. If she calls, if he comes, you are just pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing money. Anything and everything that she demands, it's made available. You know, so you give that impression that this is a caring somebody. You know, this is what he or she saw about somebody who can take care of me because he has proved it. But you know at the back of your mind that you are only inducing that fellow. It's a bait so that you will get him into this marriage. And when the vows are said and you get home, then this partner wakes up and it's like he or she has entered the wrong home. Even what to provide for food has become a battle in the house. All of a sudden, you are pulled back. You become so stingy that it takes a fight to even get you to be a quarter of the caring you provided when you were courting him or her. It's wicked, and it can end in divorce because such people feel that you have lied. You lived a lie. What they agreed to marry is not what they are living with now, and it's a problem in most marriages. They wake up and they just can't understand. Is that the man? Is that the woman? What has gone wrong all of a sudden? I had no need